Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Kim with Kim's Inspired Life. This is just a quick project share. I went over to my crafty friend Sarah's house on Friday after Mass. We went to Mass together in the morning, and then we stopped and got a coffee, and then we went over to her house and we decided we were going to do some crafting. And oh my goodness, about 4 hours later, here's what I have. I also made, besides what you're looking at, I also made some cards. I made about 6 cards, and I'll show those in a hashtag fun card Friday video, and so I'll save that for later. So when I go over to Sarah's house, I always like to find out what the latest die cuts that she has, because she has so many and she's always buying new ones. This was actually a shaker card, to make a shaker card, but I didn't have my foam and all that stuff at her house, so I just went ahead and used her. She had some really pretty gold paper and this green paper. This is Stampin' Up, the green paper. I think the gold isn't, I don't know if the gold is Stampin' Up too, but anyway, so I just made some of these fun ornaments. I'm going to make them into ornaments anyway. So the gold and the green is just so fun and festive. And so I made a whole bunch of those. And then next, Sarah had this die cut. I'm sure you've seen, it says Merry Christmas. And so I just cut it out of some really pretty red. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this yet. If I'm going to put it on the front of something, like a journal or, you know, an ephemera holder or something like that. But I cut out 4 of those. They were pretty easy to cut out, but they just used obviously a lot of paper. So when I go over to Sarah's, I use her paper, so I didn't want to, you know, use all this really pretty red, so I just cut out 4 of those. And then Sarah had this stamp, Peace, Love, and Happiness, which was part of a whole other set of stamps. I think it's Stampin' Up. I think it was Stampin' Up. I can't remember. Anyway, so I just cut out a whole bunch of them on white, because then I can just use the sentiment in however I wanted on whatever project. But I did use some of this. I had some of these scraps of green left over from something else I was doing. So I just went ahead and glued some on and backed them up there. And I can use those however I want. Stampin' Up November, I can't remember, November 2022 stamp set is so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. This stamp is part of it. So Sarah has a 2 1/4 inch round punch, which I don't have. So I cut out these 2 1/4 inch round circles, and then I just stamped a whole bunch of these express delivery North Pole stamps on them. I thought they were fun. So, and then another stamp that is part of that same set is this one from Santa. And then Sarah has this banner die. So I cut out a whole bunch of these banner dies, and I put from Santa on some of them, and then some of them I just cut out just out of that scrap paper that I had, whatever I had there. So I didn't stamp them, but some say from Santa. So I did that, and then I had a few of these little banners that were left over from something else I was working on, and so I just stamped from Santa on there too, and that's part of the Stampin' Up stamp as well. All of these tags right here were part of the November 2022 paper pumpkin kit, and so these are just like they were intended to make. They're not alternatives or anything. This is just like, so I made them just like they came. So it came with this green glitter paper. It came, the only thing I had to do was stamp this. It came with these little snowflakes, and so I made 3 of these. I thought those were really cute. And then ho 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 with the happy holidays, I stamped that on there, and then just put these together. So I made 3 of those, and then these tags as well. I just had to stamp that open me, and oh, I did have to, no, I think that was already like that. So I just made those just like they are. So I made those 6 tags, and then I had some, in my efforts to use up, you know, all my little scrap pieces of different, you know, stickers and thickers and all of that. This little toy soldier, what do they call those? He was part of one of them, and Sarah had this really pretty pink shimmery paper. So I just went ahead and backed it up with that plaid paper on the back, stuck him on there, added some ribbon at the top, nice and easy. And then then same pink paper, and then these same thickers came out of that same pack, and then I just added on that little Paper Studio sticker down there. And then I made this tag that had that Christmas tree, and then Sarah had these fun little different color, multicolored dots on there, and so I used that, and then I just stamped that Open Me down there since it is a tag. And then the last tag I made looks like this, using a couple of these thickers there. And then Sarah has this, it's a Stampin' Up! Punch that looks like an ornament, and so I had cut out a whole bunch of the pink ones and a few red back there as well. So I decided to use that same punch and then punch out a few of these, that plaid that I used, and then one white. And then this Peace, Joy, Love, Sarah had that stamp at her house, and then I used that scrap of gold on the back, and then I just made a little paper tag at the top for to finish it off. So that's all the fun that I made at Sarah's. And then like I said, I made some cards as well. She made some beautiful cards. I think I took one picture of a card that she made, which I'll insert as well. It was a pretty productive Friday. This weekend I'll be working on my Christmas cards and getting those out, and I just want to include some little extra goodies in the cards that I mail out, and so I'll be doing that. I hope that you had a productive weekend this weekend as well. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll talk to you again soon. Merry Christmas!